Right, part 2 of the calculator kit. I've got the paper taken off the plastic. This is the keyboard surround and the screen surround in black. There's no instructions with this kit for putting this together, but I've gone to the website and looked at some pictures, and I think I might have sussed it. This is the rest of the kit. All the two sides, the bottom and the top. One problem, this came broken, which is annoying. It's the only bit that's broken. I may, if I decide it's a useful thing, super glue the dabs down on the bottom here. Don't know. Right. First off, now then, I'm fairly sure, I'm not certain. See that these pins are bent now a little bit there. That's because this doesn't sit straight, obviously, but there's some long black screws there, 4 of those. Don't ask me why you only get 4 black screws, but I'm trying to work this out in my head from the pictures and the quantities. And I need my little tin again for this. Now, I must be getting old as well, because I have you put something away safe so you know where it is when you want to find it, or next time you want to use it. I can't find it. I've got loads of RS things. I got the RS watchmaker things. I got some spanners, more spanners, metric imperial key sets. Okay, hex. I've got other types of these, and I've got some little jewelers, Phillips and flat blades ones, and I've looked everywhere, but never mind, we shall persist. I won't say what else I can't find either, which was something that I liked. Right, this black screw goes in the black screw hole. Now then, there's spacers here. There's this spacer, and there's much smaller spacers. Now I'm thinking, because there's only 4 of these bigger spacers, it's supposed to go on there. Now then, hopefully there'll be the nuts. Won't be any washers because it's Chinese, so that goes on there. I won't tighten that up too much, just enough to hold the thing. Got that. I do wish that people, this isn't the first time that you get a kit and a plastic sort of surround, and it's a bit like a puzzle. I think they do it on purpose. You know, the idea is, makes it more interesting if you can figure out how it goes yourself. So, you know, I shall try and put the other one in as well, because if I put the nut on that, I might not be able to get a spacer. Right, now, yeah. Ta-da! Oh no, not quite. Yeah, of course it's over here's the screen. Ooh, definitely under stress. Put the other nut on loosely. I hope you're following this, because I wasn't looking to see what I was photographing. This is the other problem I have. If I drop anything on the floor, there are so many things in this room that it can roll under. It invariably does. And then I don't find it. And then one day I'll be hoovering, and all of a sudden they go dunk 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 dunk, and something has gone inside the computer, inside the hoover, or vacuum, should I say, cleaner. And yes, I've lost lots of things up there. Oh, come on. Oh, cheap old. At least they're threaded. Right. I can't find the jewelers. Do this one. I'm assuming this is how it's going, by the way. I'm only looking at pictures. But it seems right. Let's see when we get onto the main board. Oh, by the way, I don't know where I've got the 1620s in my head. There were 2032s, the batteries. It seems to only auto power off. It doesn't use, there's no power off switch. And within this case, there's nowhere for the leads to go at the moment. Whether a bit later in the day I drill a hole, so I can power it without batteries, should there be a problem with the batteries. Now this is the difficult bit, because I've got to try and work out what holes line up. There seems to be one there, one there, one there. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Now then, this is going to be really tricky, because this is where these other little spaces come in. Yeah. I'm hoping. Did I use the right length of screw there? No, that might be the wrong ones. It was the right length of screw, and I dropped my little thingy off. Let's I'm not making myself clear with it. It's just a hole for that one. It's going to be that one. This is going to be real good fun, this is. But this calculator might be useful, because you can pump in the colours on the resistor, according to this anyway, to give you a colour code value of that resistor. I do hope I'm putting these in the right hole. Oh. Ah, see? Oh. Now two dropped off, but I can only see one. Oh, no. Is there an easy... Oh, that one's gone. I'll put the screws in first then. I thought I could hold it sideways, but of course then I went into something else. I'll have to have a... I bet it's on the floor somewhere. That one, that one. and that one. Bear with me a moment. That was lucky. The beauty of not wearing shoes. I felt it under my toes. Right. Now then, how are we going to do this? I think this is going to be impossible to do like this. I'm sure there's an easier way. Somebody will bloody tell me after I've done it the hard way. No, that ain't going to work. Right. Let's go back to my original theory. If I was had enough fingers to hold the board and the screws in, you're not playing ball. One more screw. And by the miracle of my skill, I've got to put the nuts on. You can't see what I'm doing, can you? I'm putting the nuts on underneath. I don't want to, I don't even know if you noticed my skill. I do hope you saw it, because it did work. You can't see much from this, I know, but bear with me, because it's thinking difficult, this bit. I'm hoping I might come across some easier bits. And don't forget, I'm doing all this without instructions, just using my noodle. Right, that's that. I just got to see if my universal small Phillips fits everything. There's another little problem with this kit, of course, that you can't get the batteries out, and that's mounted in the case. Which, if they cut a slot in the side, possibly, it might have been a possibility that could do it. Normally I've got a little tiny adjustable spanner, but along with the screwdrivers that I can't find. That I put somewhere safe, so I'd know where to find it, and I could never get lost because it's in a safe place. But I can't remember Right, I think that's that bit done. And what to do about this plug that has no way out? Should I drill a small hole? I'll tell you what, I'll leave it off. Same top with these JSTs. Well, as once you sold them on, as a foot camoose. Oh, no, wobble, wobble. There you go. Right, now then. Yes, there's a hole there. And so a short screw goes in there. Again, we get this thing about nuts. You see, they never tell you how to hold the bloody nut. I suppose you put it on the thread. Board's in the way. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Oh, gone. Oh, there it is. Got it. Right. Let's put the nut on, if we can. You see, I wish I had smaller fingers sometimes. Right. We'll try and get this into the hole. We'll unscrew that screw a little bit and get the nut up. Oh, I tell you, I'm too good for this place. Really? See? Nut, screw. Right, what happens next? Do you think? Oh, nut and a screw again. So that goes in there. That goes in there. And then we have to try and plug this into there. We got it in? Something went click. Huh. See, there was no instructions about bending these pins. Still works, sort of. Okay. Is it possible to put this in afterwards? So we put the nut and a washer. Well, nut and a screw, no washers, it's Chinese. Right, a screw. Put the nut on. That's a Glasgow term for putting a nut on, I think. Some largest. Yeah, here we go. And just snip it up. Like that. That's good, the nut's turning the plastic a little bit, which is... Right, where's the other bit? Oh, so... Now then, the trouble is... right, okay. So I'll have to put one side on first, because otherwise I'm going to be buggered. And what I don't like is that you can't turn it off. It keeps, every time you press a key, I don't know whether this is going to work like this. I might have to rethink this method, because it ain't gonna, no, that ain't gonna work. Okay, well, we'll go to the tried and trusted method, putting a screw and a nut in the other end as well. A screw and a nut. I think I've gone off camera a few times, but forgive me for that. Yes. Let's plug this in. I don't know whether it's supposed to sit on there, or we'll find out in a minute. Ooh, it's not sounding too good. What's the cracking? I don't think it's doing my soldered joints any good. Now then, you tell me how I'm supposed to get that bloody nut in there. Nah, I'll have to break in something sooner or later. I'll try it later. Okay. Can I try it with a magnet? Once let's take this, unplug this. Right, I'm taking the screw off and nut off, and I'm going to try a different method later on. But as far as I'm concerned at the moment, it's virtually impossible to do it. Alright. Okay. It's always handy to correct something I didn't mean to collect. Right, I'm just gonna plug that in. Oh dear. I hate these things. At one time I thought the best way to build these kits is once you know how the frame goes, is super glue it, but then if I super glue them, I can't get to the batteries. If I decide I like the kit, which I think I will. I do, calculator. Right, so that will go there. And this piece will go sort of Right. Oh. I've got to go over the buttons. Oh, see? Turn the bloody thing on. I've touched the button. Right. Number 7. Come on, number 7. There you go. Oh. What were the buttons about? Get them through. Yeah, that's all through. Right, now these should be fairly straightforward, because these screws go through the bottom and put them on. They're such tiny bloody nuts. Look at the size of that nut. Not the one making the video. A finger and thumb holding the nut. Oh, come on. The kit will fall to bits before I get this screw through. Right. Diagonally opposite. Like that. You see, there's no mention in the kit of angling any of the connectors for this screen. But, mind you, it's Chinese. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's true. If it was a Wellman kit, you'd have good instructions. You'd even show you how to put the kit together, this bit. Alright. Right, I'm going to tighten them up. And we're going to drop the nut inside the calculator. It should be a good little calculator. It must probably be useful once it's finally assembled. So you're going to have to go through all this trouble to replace the batteries. I hope they last forever, because I don't fancy taking bits to do it. What can I do? I can try and bend those pins on. Now, how am I going to do that? It's going to be long enough, is it? I'm going to try and use this little vise. There. I've got no idea. I don't put it in when it doesn't bend at the moment, and I can get that. See, they don't like bending, these pins. Let's put a bit of a kink in them. You can't see the kink. I need a better camera. Buy me a better camera, somebody. Or I'll do it, or up my pension. About as straight as a banana now. Okay, I'll get them into line. Let's see what happens. One there. Right, of course, this side nearly lines up. This side is under tension, but it doesn't matter. Let's try and get the nut in without dropping it. Here we go. I'm going to put a nut on the end. I'll get a screw, insert the nut, try and insert the screw. Right, screw's dropped, only because the nut is now highly magnetic. I think I've got that one. Hey! Please. I've got that. Now I just have to do the other side. This is what a good insert the nut. You're not playing as nicely as the other side did. Got it. I think I've got it on the nut. So I'm looking to see if the nut's central. Don't know why I'm bothering to see if it's central. That's a plastic piece of kit. Of course it won't work now. After all that. Right, that. Oh. Look. Oh, you can't look. You can't see. A torch. See if you can see. This might probably make it worse. But look. Can you see? Can you see? I missed. Guess what's going to happen now? Oh, I thought I'd done it. I was so happy. I'm so happy. I could cry now. No, I wouldn't cry. To be honest, it might be a useful little calculator. Of course, it might go for recycling in the bin. I don't know yet. See, I have to go through all this every time you want to change the battery. How can it be any good to anybody? Right, take these two screws out. And I'm still applying to the camera. I shall try and get all the when you start something, you think, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. And I start to bend these pins. I'm thinking I might as well just have left them straight. And under tension. There's always one little know-it-all pin that says, haha, you won't get me in. There you go. Oh, there's two. Come on. You know when you definitely wish you hadn't bent the pins to try and make it better to go in. Right, okay. Alright, that's it. I've had enough fighting about this. I tend to get a little bit angry when I get frustrated. I don't know if anybody else does. And sometimes it takes a lot out of me not to throw something like this calculator. Right, now then, that's that. That's that. Right. Here we go again with the magnet, and then don't need device. Now I don't need the torch unless I'm dropping that inside. Now, let's see how we go from here. One nut. We'll do this end first, because in theory This should be the easier end to do. Yeah, that's on. Not fully tightened up yet, but right, bung the nut in. Pull it up, got the screwdriver, the screw in, and that's a magnet. Works really well. And you get some spares, or appears to be spares. I'll double check in a minute. Check there's no holes I haven't filled. No holes I haven't filled. There you go. Now then, will it still work? If it doesn't, then it can go in the bin. Right, I'm gonna, after all that stress, I need a swig of me tea. Tea? See, it is tea, not whiskey yet. Later. Oh dear. Oh. This is one of those glass things from AliExpress. They're very good. I can recommend them. I think it was AliExpress. Might have been Banggood. Oh no, I think it was AliExpress. Alright. Well, hey. Now then. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da boom. Boom. Do 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 do. Boom. See? That's better. Right. Now then. Just out of interest. Have I got a resistor that's big enough for me to read the colour code on? We'll see what colour code gives. Marvellous. Yes. Oh God. That's. Oh, there's too many bloody. I hate it now because you never know which. Well, I never know which end to start. Which is the tolerance end and which is the read end. But it seems to be brown, black, black, brown. Let's see what. On. Mode. Right. Brown. Brown. Black. Brown. Okay. Is it another brown? Okay. Clear. Brown, brown, black, brown. Brown. Now that's saying 1K 1%. I've got no idea. I will play about and learn how to use this. I thought it might be handy if it was simple, that you just put the colour bands in on a resistor and it told you what size the resistor was. Is brown, brown, black, brown correct? Is that was a computer correct? The calculator. Because you've got gold, silver, none, violet, grey, white, yellow, green, blue, brown, red, orange, black. A, B, C, so it does numbers, letters. Why would you want to do letters? I don't know. Colouring. LED, right? LED. That gives you the voltage of the LED. We use the meter for that. I equals, oh dear, Ohm's law, it's easy enough. 10 hex, 16 hex. I think it might be useful if the battery lasts, because it's for a kit. It was simple. We know it adds up and subtracts and gives square roots, and times, divides. Buttons are clicky. It's got an on button. 1, 2 times 1, 2 equals 144. That's good enough, to be honest. That's just a pain to, because you've got to take this side off to get that battery and this side off to get that battery. So that's going to be the pain, because to get that side off you've got to drop the floor. It's not well designed. Should have had a slot and a slot, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just pleased it was a kit, went together, and it works. And I nearly forgot. Proper feet. Where do I reckon these go? Out in the corners, I expect. Be the best bet. Alright, I know they're not perfect. We'll make them perfect. Well, that's done. That'll do. Yeah, actually that's much better. And it all works. It doesn't seem to turn it on or not. You just have to wait for it to time out. Anyway. Right, let's put the nuts away, as the squirrel said, and find my mouse so I can turn this video up. It was fun. I just wish thing, you know, I could make a better video, so much as clearer, so everybody could see more what I was doing and how I was doing it. That magnet trick is quite useful. Yeah. So hopefully it might benefit somebody. I cut all the little paper squares out. I laid it on this cutting board and used a scalpel and a straight edge metal rule to cut them all out, because it comes on a card like that. They give you 2 lots in case you bugger up the first lot there. Just to prove I didn't, there you go. And they just, if you cut them on the line, on the line, not one side or the other, then they all fit in and they all line up. I think it's quite nice. I don't know how much it was. It wasn't that expensive, to be honest. Bung those two resistors in there because I don't know if I'll ever use anything that small. They can go in there, and I will just go through these instructions again because I need to learn myself if I want to use the colour coding. You've got a normal decimal and arithmetic operation, and press it on and do your, let's calculate. There we go, calculation of a 4-ring resistance or a 5-ring resistance. Enter the colours of the colours in turn to obtain the resistance value and error. Let's see if I can get this mouse to work. There you go. Function. Enter the colours to obtain resistance value and error. I would have preferred it if it was an OR error. Press the mode switch for the calculation of the 5-ring. Okay. Press yellow, violet, black, brown, and press brown. Then you have the resistance value of 4,700, and the error is 1%. 4-ring resistance, green, red, yellow, gold is 520, and then you've got the square root and the up and down button. One more time while you're in the switch to the 4-ring. Alright, see, so you have to press that switch for the 4-ring. Okay. And it gives us, I don't know why it gives us 5%. Oh, because it's gold. Right, okay. And then you've got the power supply voltage, the working voltage, and the working current. Oh, right, if you know all those, you're going to series resistance. Oh, okay. And convert from a decimal to a hexadecimal. Press the mode, switch down. Okay, these are all the things it will do. Square root and switch key, backspace key, clear key, on off key. Oh, there you go. I think it might be useful if I ever get my head around it. Oh yes, and even when I say useful, I doubt I'll ever use it. But it could be, and it'd be good for a little young person. Just is more intelligent and quicker learner than I am, possibly, to get how to use it for the colour codes and stuff. Yeah. But, there you go. What can I say? Just fantastic. Just in all its glory. Too much there. Put it in the spotlight. Da 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 dee. Bum 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 bum. Right, that's it. Don't know what I'm going to do next. I'll have to have a think about it. I've got fence posts and fence panels to do. if Wix ever get around to sending them. Okay, bye. Come on, mouse.